Hello everyone and welcome back to City Skylines here in the city of Kingsland. And in today's episode, we finally got to the part that I thought that was gonna be my favorite one, that is building something very detailed next to the castle. Maybe with a lot of hand placed buildings, something more detailed and stuff like that. But I quickly ran into some issues that were all about the city that we have in the back, making us some money and holding all the citizens that we have. So if you want to know what these issues are, you should stay watching. But right before that, I want to thank you all for all the support that you have gave me, all the likes and the comments. And I really want you to continue doing that and keep on giving me all that support by giving us a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and sharing the episode with some friends. And if you can, give me a comment with something that you think that I should do better or giving me more support. That should be good. So without nothing else to say, let's dig into the episode. The first thing after we unlock the tile that holds the castle is to make the castle to be something more functional. And the first thing that we need to do is to provide that with access from all the sides that should everybody be accessing from. And we started by changing some of the roads and placing this graveyard in the place that it should be, and just doing some general changes so we can start playing in the area next to the castle. That is where we're gonna be sitting all the buildings that we're gonna be placing. For this area in here, the layout that I wanted to use was something more organic, maybe not using straight roads or are gonna be curved, and trying to stick to the form of the terrain, all the height differences, to use them as we were starting to build. For that, I really needed to use some walls and a little bit of help of the surface network that you could find in the Steam Workshop. I'm gonna leave you a link to that. That is very helpful. And in here I was trying to use the terrain as in real life this type of city tend to use it. I was building all that, I was feeling very happy, but suddenly I saw that all the milestones that I reached in the previous episode were starting to get lost because all my population started to drop. I was losing a lot of money, and I decided to go and take a look to what was happening to the city, and it was all a mess. All the troubles came from the traffic, and I'm gonna try to explain them in three separate parts because that's the amount of traffic problems that we are having. The first one is in the commercial area that is next to the entrance of the big portion of the city that we have in here. And yeah, it was all a mess. We had to do a lot of changes. At the end, we ended up having this like a one-way system in and out and trying to limit the access to the area because everybody was trying to get into this area through different streets and all were crashing at the same part, and it was all a mess. I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out, and at least by now we are still testing what is happening in here and to see if we got to the solution. The second part of the problem was in the entrance of the pedestrian district that we have. You know, everybody that is trying to get to the commercials that are inside there are trying to park outside of the entrance. And since we only have one entrance, everybody's trying to park in the same place. And since we don't have enough parking spaces for that, everybody was looping around some street, and there was like the massive traffic jam that we ran into this area. And yeah, I had to do some tweaks to it to provide another entrance and more parking spaces. And yeah, that's an issue that had to do with the parking AI of the game. People cannot just go and drop their cars and magically they will disappear. No, they had to find somewhere to park, and then they're gonna be walking all around the district, and then they are gonna come back and pick up their car. So that's something that you have to have in mind when you are playing with the parking AI of the traffic manager. The third part of the traffic jam that we have was in the new high density district that we have. In between episode, we make another entrance to that part because we're experiencing a lot of traffic jams because everybody was trying to enter to this area through the farming area that we have, and you know there's a lot of things happening. But the separate entrance that we gave to everybody led them to a very congested junction, so we had to do some tweaks to that. And yeah, that's another area that we are still testing to this moment. When I finished with that, I tried to go to the city and to continue detailing all the the part that I was building, maybe changing some buildings and stuff. And I was really toasted. I was very tired because this traffic fix was very demanding for me. Even though that I tried to edit and make the episode to be mostly about the new part of the city, I spent more than triple the time that I spent in building this part of the city by trying to figure out what was happening with the traffic. So I was really toasted. So I decided to leave it like that. I'm gonna continue detailing this area and continue growing this area in the next few episodes. So keep on tuned, because this is not gonna end like that. This is gonna continue and it's gonna change a lot. So we are at the end of the episode. I really want to encourage you to continue watching, because this is not gonna end like this. I'm gonna detail this part and I'm gonna make it better. Maybe I'm gonna change a few buildings and stuff, because I don't feel like this is the way that I want this area to look. So please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, because you're gonna be very excited with what we are gonna continue doing in this area and in all the other areas that we're gonna be building in the near future. So please subscribe, give us a thumbs up if you like the episode, and don't forget to comment with anything that you think that I could do better or something that I could change. So it's gonna be like that for now. See you in the next one.